I didn't bring my daughter's friend home and made her parents come get her. So my daughter just turned 12 and she wanted to celebrate in the city. We live about an hour outside NYC and we've been going in there almost every weekend since she was a baby. It's kind of our thing. She knows how it works by now. Bring a book or something for the train, carry your own stuff, we're gonna walk a lot, and have fun. No big deal. She invited 3 friends. 2 of them have done this trip before and they get it. The third girl was Leah, someone she'd only been hanging out with for like 2 months. I called Leah's mom a week before and went through everything. Told her we walk everywhere, sometimes 45 minutes at a time. Told her the train signal sucks, so bring something other than your phone. She said Leah was super excited. Day of the trip, Leah shows up with just her phone. That's it. No book, no headphones, nothing. The second we get on the train and lose signal, she's bored. The other girls are playing card games and talking, and Leah's just sitting there staring at her phone like it betrayed her. I tried getting her to join in, but she just kind of shrugged and stayed glued to the screen. We get to the city and immediately she goes, "Can we take a cab?" My daughter looks at her like she's crazy and reminds her we walk. Leah groans. We start walking to this vintage shop my daughter loves, and Leah's already dragging behind asking when we're getting a cab. I'm trying to be patient because maybe she's just nervous or whatever, but it's getting old fast. We hit 3 stores and she complains at every single one. This is boring. When are we leaving? Can't we just go home? I pulled her aside at one point, asked if she felt sick or if something was wrong. She goes, "No, I'm just bored. This isn't fun." I told her we still had dinner and a show, and if she really wanted to leave, she could call her mom. She calls her mom right there on the sidewalk. I can hear her mom on the other end asking me to just bring Leah back. Here's the thing, we're in the middle of the city. My mom flew in to help pay for the show tickets. My daughter's been looking forward to this for weeks. If I leave now with Leah, take the train back, drop her off, and come back, I'm missing the whole show. My daughter wanted both me and my mom there. I told Leah's mom we weren't heading back until after the show. She got mad and said she didn't want to pay for a train ticket or drive all the way out here. I'm like, okay, but I'm not ditching my kids' birthday plans because your daughter didn't prepare for a trip you knew about. She finally agreed to send Leah's dad. So, we go to dinner. The other girls are excited, picking out what they want, and Leah's just sitting there with her arms crossed. My mom tries talking to her, asks what kind of food she likes, and Leah barely answers. When her dad shows up, she doesn't even say bye to my daughter, just leaves. The show was incredible. My daughter and her friends sang along to every song. We took the train home around 10, dropped off the other 2 girls. Normal stuff. Then my phone started blowing up. Leah's mom posted in the school parent group that I abandoned her daughter in the city. Said I put my own plans above a child's safety. My phone wouldn't stop buzzing. I was reading these messages when my daughter came downstairs. She'd seen the posts because her friend sent screenshots. She looked at me and said, "Mom, did I ruin Leah's day? This was supposed to be her birthday." The next morning, the school called. Leah's mom filed a complaint saying I created an unsafe environment. The principal wanted to meet with me that afternoon. My hands were shaking when I hung up. The other moms sent emails to the principal defending me. One of them told me Leah's mom was pushing the PTA to ban me from chaperoning any school trips. Not just my daughter's class. The entire school. I'm sitting in the parking lot outside the principal's office. My daughter's in the car doing homework. My phone rings. It's Leah's dad. His voice sounds different than when he picked up Leah. Urgent. Almost angry. But not at me. He says, "I found something on Leah's phone. Something her mother doesn't know about. You need to see this before you go in there. I'm at the coffee shop on Main Street right now." I look at the principal's office entrance. The meeting is in 10 minutes. I told my daughter to stay in the car and keep the doors locked. Drove the 3 blocks to Main Street faster than I should have. Leah's dad was sitting in the back corner booth, 2 coffees already on the table. His face looked like he'd aged 10 years since yesterday. "I'm sorry," he said before I even sat down. "I need to show you what I found." He pulled out Leah's phone and opened the messaging app. Scrolled back 2 weeks. There were texts between Leah and her mom. "Mom, remember what we talked about? This trip is your chance." Leah, "What if she doesn't do anything wrong?" Mom, "Then make something up. I need documentation. The lawyer said we need incidents." My stomach dropped. I kept reading. "Mom, complain about everything. Take pictures if she yells at you. Record her if you can. We need proof she's not fit to supervise." Leah, "Why are we doing this?" Mom, "Because Chloe doesn't deserve to have friends like yours when my daughter can't even get invited to things. This will teach them all a lesson." I looked up at Leah's dad. His hands were shaking around his coffee cup. "My wife has been planning this for 2 weeks," he said. "She's been coaching Leah to sabotage your daughter's birthday. I found more messages this morning. She's been doing this to other moms too. Trying to get them banned from school activities so Leah would have less competition for friend groups." "Why?" I managed to ask. "Because she's convinced that Leah's social problems are everyone else's fault except her own parenting." He rubbed his face. "I've been working 60-hour weeks. I didn't see how bad it had gotten. But this morning, Leah broke down crying. Said she didn't want to lie anymore. That's when I checked her phone. He showed me more. Screenshots Leah's mom had edited. Pictures from the trip that made it look like I was ignoring Leah when I was actually helping another girl tie her shoe. Voice memos where Leah's mom had coached her daughter on what to say to the principal. "I'm going to the meeting with you," he said. "I'm showing the principal everything. And then I'm filing for emergency custody, because I can't let my daughter be used like this anymore." We walked into that principal's office together 15 minutes late. Leah's mom was already there, sitting with her lawyer. The look on her face when she saw her husband walk in with me was something I'll never forget. Principal Davidson was this older woman who'd been running the school for 20 years. She looked tired. "Mrs. Chen, thank you for coming. Miss Porter has raised some serious concerns about—" "Before we start," Leah's dad interrupted, "I need to show you something." He put Leah's phone on the desk and played the messages. The room went silent, except for the sound of his wife's voice coaching their daughter to lie. Leah's mom started talking fast. "That's taken out of context. I was just trying to prepare Leah for—" "For what?" Principal Davidson cut her off. Her expression had gone from tired to ice cold. "For fabricating incidents? For deliberately sabotaging another child's birthday?" Leah was genuinely uncomfortable on that trip, the lawyer tried. "Because her mother told her to be," Leah's dad said. His voice cracked. "Our daughter is 11 years old and my wife has been using her as a weapon against other families. I have 2 years of messages like this." He wasn't bluffing. He pulled out a folder with printed screenshots. Incidents with other moms, other kids. A pattern of Leah's mom manufacturing conflicts and then threatening legal action. The principal's face went pale as she read through them. "Miss Porter, I'm going to need you and your attorney to leave my office immediately. I'll be contacting the superintendent about this." "You can't." "I absolutely can. You've admitted to coaching a child to file false complaints against a parent volunteer. That's not just a school issue, Miss Porter. That could be fraud." Leah's mom grabbed her purse and stormed out, her lawyer scrambling behind her. Before the door closed, she turned back and pointed at her husband. "You'll regret this. I'll take everything." He just looked sad. "You already took everything that mattered." After they left, Principal Davidson apologized to me. Actually apologized. She pulled up the parent group messages and said she'd be sending a clarification email within the hour. Then she asked if I wanted to press charges. I thought about my daughter sitting in the car, about how she'd asked if she ruined Leah's day, about the fact that a grown woman had used her own child to try to destroy us over birthday party invitations. "What happens to Leah?" I asked. Leah's dad answered, "I'm taking her to stay with my parents tonight, filing for custody tomorrow. She needs therapy. Lots of it." "I don't want to press charges," I said, "but I want it documented. Everything. In case she tries this again with someone else." Principal Davidson nodded. "I'll be reporting this to the district, and Miss Porter is banned from all school property and activities. Permanently." I drove back to the car where my daughter was still doing homework. She looked up when I got in. "So, it's handled," I said. "You didn't ruin anything. Leah's mom did." "Is Leah okay?" "That's my kid. After everything, she was worried about the girl who'd been coached to sabotage her birthday." "She will be," I said, and I hoped it was true. The email from Principal Davidson went out that afternoon. Very professional, very careful with the legal language, but the message was clear. The complaint against me had been withdrawn, and the parent who filed it would no longer be participating in school activities. My phone started buzzing again, but this time it was different. The other moms from the parent group were texting support. One of them, Janet, called me directly. "I knew something was off," she said. "Last year at the spring fair, Leah's mom filed a complaint against me because I didn't let Leah cut in line for face painting. She tried to get me removed as room parent." "What happened?" "Nothing. Her complaint went nowhere because other parents saw what actually happened. But she made my life hell for a month, constantly emailing the principal, posting vague accusations in the parent group. 3 more moms reached out with similar stories. A pattern of Leah's mom targeting anyone her daughter befriended, then turning on them when playdates didn't work out or birthday parties happened without Leah. One mom, Reshma, told me about how Leah's mom had tried to report her to CPS last year, claiming she'd seen bruises on her son after a playdate with Leah. The investigation found nothing because there was nothing. The bruises were from soccer practice. "She's been doing this for years," Reshma said, but nobody wanted to be the one to say something because she always had a lawyer ready to go. That night, my daughter asked me what happened at the principal's office. I kept it age-appropriate but honest. Told her that sometimes adults make bad choices and use their kids to do it. That it wasn't her fault and it wasn't really Leah's fault either. "Will Leah still go to our school?" "I don't know, honey." She was quiet for a minute. "I hope her dad is nice to her. It's not her fault her mom is mean. 12 years old and more emotionally mature than a grown woman." I was proud and heartbroken at the same time. The next day, I got a text from Leah's dad. "Just wanted you to know, I filed for custody this morning." Leah told her court-appointed advocate everything. "My wife is under investigation for filing false reports with the school and potentially with CPS in another case." I texted back, "How's Leah?" 3 dots appeared, then disappeared, then appeared again. "She's devastated. Keeps apologizing. Therapist says it'll take time. Tell her my daughter hopes she's okay." That means a lot. Thank you. The next week was weird. Some parents in the school group were supportive. Others went quiet, probably worried about being associated with the drama. A few actually defended Leah's mom, saying there must have been a misunderstanding. Those were the parents who'd never been on her bad side. Janet organized a coffee meetup with the moms who'd had similar experiences. 6 of us showed up. We spent 2 hours comparing notes and realized Leah's mom had been systematically targeting families for almost 3 years. She tried to get my husband fired. One mom said, called his work and said he'd been inappropriate with Leah at a school event. Thank God there were cameras that proved he was never even near her. Another mom had documentation of Leah's mom trying to get her kicked out of the PTA for mishandling funds. The audit found nothing wrong because nothing was wrong. Why didn't anyone report this before? I asked. Silence. Then Reshma said, because she's smart about it. She targets one family at a time, makes it seem like isolated incidents, and she always has a lawyer, so people get scared. Well, now we have documentation, Janet said. Everything. If she tries this with anyone else, we have a pattern established. We created a shared folder. Every incident, every email, every text message, dated and organized, just in case. My mom left the day after everything went down. Before she headed to the airport, she hugged me tight and said, "You did the right thing. Don't let anyone make you doubt that." "A lot of people are going to think I went too far," I said, not bringing Leah back myself. Those people weren't there. They didn't see what was happening. And more importantly, they didn't know what that woman was planning. She pulled back and looked at me. "You protected your daughter. That's your job." After she left, I sat with my daughter and we looked through photos from her birthday. She was smiling in every single one, singing at the show, laughing with her friends, making faces with my mom at dinner. "It was a good birthday," she said. "Yeah? The best part wasn't even the show. It was that you didn't make me feel bad about Leah being unhappy. You just handled it. Kids notice more than we think." 2 weeks later, I ran into Leah and her dad at the grocery store. It was awkward. Leah looked like she wanted to disappear into the floor. Her dad gave me a sad smile. Leah took a breath and looked at me. "I'm sorry about your daughter's birthday, and I'm sorry I lied. She was 11 years old and carrying guilt that should never have been hers." "It's okay, Leah. I know it wasn't really your idea." "Is Chloe mad at me?" "No, she's actually worried about you." Leah's eyes filled with tears. Her dad put his hand on her shoulder. "We're working through it," he said to me. "Therapy helps, and distance from her mother helps more." "How's the custody situation?" "I have temporary full custody. Court date is next month, but my lawyer says it's pretty clear-cut given the evidence." After they walked away, I felt sad for that little girl. She hadn't asked for any of this. She just wanted her mom's approval and got used as a weapon instead. The court date for Leah's custody came and went. I heard through the parent gossip chain that Leah's dad got full custody with supervised visitation for her mom. Apparently, the investigation had uncovered even more, including evidence that she'd been coaching Leah to fake symptoms to get out of school whenever there were events she wasn't invited to. The supervised visitation didn't last long. According to Janet, who knew someone who knew the court mediator, Leah's mom missed 3 scheduled visits in a row, just didn't show up, sent texts about how Leah was better off without her anyway if she was going to side with her father. A month later, my daughter came home from school and said Leah wasn't coming back next year. Her dad was moving them to a different district for a fresh start. "Did you talk to her?" "Yeah." She apologized again. I told her it was okay. My daughter paused. "Is it weird that I feel bad for her even though she tried to get you in trouble?" "No, baby, that's called empathy. Don't ever lose that." Life went back to normal, or as normal as it gets. Birthday parties kept happening, school events continued, and gradually the drama faded into the background of other parent group concerns. But then, 3 months after everything, I got a letter in the mail from a lawyer's office I didn't recognize. My hands shook as I opened it. Was Leah's mom suing me after all? No, it was from Leah's dad's attorney. A letter thanking me for my cooperation in their custody case and informing me that Leah's mother was being charged with filing false reports and fraud. Attached was a copy of charges filed by the district attorney. Multiple counts. Apparently, I wasn't the only person she'd tried to destroy. The CPS case with Reshma's family was in there. The attempted job sabotage against another dad. Even a case where she'd tried to file a restraining order against a mom using completely fabricated evidence. The DA was building a case and wanted to know if I'd be willing to testify if it went to trial. I called the number on the letter. Spoke to a paralegal who explained that with the amount of evidence from multiple families, they were hoping Leah's mom would take a plea deal. But if she didn't, they wanted witnesses ready. "What kind of sentence are we talking about?" I asked. "Depends on how many counts stick. Could be probation, could be jail time. The judge will consider that a child was involved in the schemes, which doesn't look good." I agreed to testify if needed, hung up and just sat there processing. My daughter walked in from school. "You okay, Mom?" "Yeah, just adult stuff." "Is it about Leah's mom?" "How did you know?" She shrugged. "You have that face. The one you get when you're dealing with her stuff. When did you get so perceptive?" "I'm 12 now. Practically a teenager." She grinned, trying to lighten the mood. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about how close we'd come to disaster. If Leah's dad hadn't found those messages, if he hadn't had the courage to stand up to his wife, if Principal Davidson hadn't taken it seriously, how many other families had Leah's mom hurt before we caught her? I pulled out my laptop and did something I probably shouldn't have. Searched Leah's mom's name online, found her Facebook profile, which was public. Her latest post was from 2 days ago. A long rant about being targeted by vindictive parents who couldn't handle that she stood up for her daughter, about corrupt school officials and biased family courts. The comments were split between people offering support and people who clearly knew the real story calling her out. One comment caught my eye, from someone named Willa. "You did this to us at Riverside Elementary 3 years ago. You got my daughter kicked off the volleyball team with false accusations. You need help." I clicked on Willa's profile, sent her a message introducing myself. She responded within an hour. "It's the same pattern," she wrote. "Target a family, use your kid to manufacture incidents, threaten legal action, move on to the next victim. We moved districts to get away from her. I'm so glad someone finally documented everything." Over the next week, I heard from 4 more families from Leah's previous schools, all with similar stories. One mom said Leah's mom had gotten her banned from volunteering at the school library because she claimed the mom had been inappropriate with Leah during reading hour. Cameras showed nothing happened. Another family had their son kicked off the soccer team because Leah's mom claimed he'd bullied Leah. Investigation found that Leah's mom had actually told Leah to provoke the boy, then report him when he reacted. "She's been doing this everywhere she goes," Willa told me on a phone call, "and she always moves before it catches up to her. But maybe this time it finally has." The preliminary hearing happened in November. I wasn't required to be there, but I went anyway. Sat in the back of the courtroom and watched. Leah's mom showed up in a conservative dress, hair pulled back, looking like a concerned parent. Her lawyer argued that this was all a misunderstanding, that she was just advocating for her daughter who had genuine concerns. Then the prosecutor started presenting evidence. Emails, text messages, testimony from Leah's therapist about the coaching, statements from multiple families across multiple schools. The judge's expression changed as the evidence piled up. When the prosecutor mentioned that a child had been used as an instrument of fraud, the judge actually grimaced. Leah's mom was offered a plea deal on the spot. She refused, said she'd done nothing wrong and this was all a conspiracy by parents who didn't like her. The judge set a trial date for February. As I left the courthouse, I saw Leah and her dad in the hallway. Leah looked taller than 3 months ago, less hunched in on herself. Her dad saw me and came over. "Thank you for being here. How's she doing?" "Better. Therapy is helping. She's at a new school now, making actual friends." He paused. "She wants to write your daughter a letter, if that's okay." Of course. The letter came a week later. Purple envelope, careful handwriting. "Dear Chloe, I'm sorry I ruined your birthday. I know I said that before, but I mean it. My mom told me to be mean and I did it because I thought that's what I was supposed to do. My therapist says I was being manipulated, but I still feel bad. I hope you had fun at the show anyway. I hope your mom isn't mad at me anymore. And I hope you have a really good Christmas. Your friend, if you still want to be, Leah." My daughter read it twice, then got out her own stationery. "Dear Leah, my birthday was great even with everything that happened. I'm not mad at you and neither is my mom. We both know it wasn't your fault. I'm glad you're doing better. Maybe we can hang out sometime if you want. No pressure. Merry Christmas, Chloe." She mailed it the next day. December came and went. The trial was postponed to March because Leah's mom's lawyer tried to get the charges dismissed. The motion was denied. Life moved on. My daughter turned 13 in January. We kept it simple this time. Just close family and a couple of friends. No drama. But I kept in touch with Leah's dad. He sent updates occasionally. Leah was doing well in her new school, making progress in therapy, starting to understand that her mom's behavior wasn't normal or okay. And she and my daughter started texting. Nothing deep, just occasional memes and TikToks. My daughter said it felt good to be friends with Leah when her mom wasn't involved. The trial finally happened in March. I was called to testify on the second day. Walking into that courtroom was surreal. Leah's mom was sitting at the defense table, looking calm and composed. She didn't even glance at me. I took the stand and told the truth. About the phone call before the trip, about Leah's behavior during the day, about finding out it was all coached, about the text messages her husband found. The defense attorney tried to make it seem like I'd overreacted, like refusing to bring Leah home was negligent. "So you left an 11-year-old child in the city?" he asked. I arranged for her father to pick her up while we continued with planned activities. She was supervised the entire time. "But you refused to take her home yourself when her mother requested it?" I explained that doing so would mean missing my daughter's birthday show. Her father agreed to come get her. "And you didn't think that was cruel to Leah?" I think what was cruel to Leah was her mother coaching her to sabotage a birthday party and lie about feeling unsafe. The prosecutor objected, and it was sustained. But the point was made. Other witnesses testified. Willa from Riverside Elementary, Reshma, about the CPS report, the dad whose job Leah's mom had tried to sabotage. One after another, a pattern emerged. Leah's therapist testified behind closed doors. I don't know what she said, but Leah's dad told me later that it was damning. Details about the psychological impact of being used this way. About the coaching and manipulation that had been going on since Leah was 8 years old. The trial lasted a week. The jury deliberated for 6 hours. Guilty on 4 counts of filing false reports. Guilty on 2 counts of fraud. Not guilty on the more serious charges, but guilty enough. Sentencing was set for April. I got the call from the DA's office the day after the verdict. They thanked me for my testimony and said the judge wanted victim impact statements before sentencing. What does that mean? You can write a letter explaining how this affected you and your family. The judge will consider it when deciding her sentence. I wrote the letter that night, kept it factual. Explained how my daughter had thought she'd ruined her own birthday, how we'd dealt with school investigations and parent group drama, how close we'd come to me being banned from school activities based on lies. But I also wrote about Leah, about how she was the real victim here, how she'd been used as a weapon by someone who was supposed to protect her. I ended the letter asking the judge to consider that justice needed to include rehabilitation, that Leah's mom needed help, not just punishment. Sent it off and tried not to think about it anymore. The sentencing hearing was scheduled for a Thursday afternoon. I took off work and went. The courtroom was packed. Other families were there. Leah and her dad sat in the front row. Leah's mom was at the defense table, looking smaller than before. The judge reviewed the case, the verdict, and the victim impact statements. Then she looked at Leah's mom. Miss Porter, you have used your own child as an instrument to harm other families for years. You have filed false reports, manufactured evidence, and damaged reputations. Most troublingly, you have traumatized your daughter in the process. Leah's mom started to speak. The judge held up her hand. I've heard enough from you during this trial. Right now, I want you to listen. The sentence was 18 months in prison, suspended to 6 months with 3 years probation. During probation, she was required to attend parenting classes and therapy. She was also banned from living in the same household as Leah without supervised reunification therapy. And she had to pay restitution to the families she'd harmed. Not huge amounts, but enough to sting. Leah's mom broke down crying. Her lawyer put a hand on her shoulder. You're fortunate that your daughter's father intervened when he did. Otherwise, you might have continued this pattern indefinitely. I suggest you use your time in custody and on probation to reflect on the harm you've caused. Court adjourned. Leah's mom was taken into custody immediately. She'd serve her 6 months starting that day. In the hallway afterward, Leah's dad found me. Thank you. For everything. For catching it. For testifying. For your daughter being kind to Leah. How is she? I nodded toward Leah, who was talking quietly with a woman I assumed was a family member. She's relieved it's over. Scared for her mom, but also relieved. Does that make sense? It makes perfect sense. My daughter was waiting in the car. I got in and just sat there for a minute. What happened? She asked. Leah's mom is going to jail for 6 months. Then she has to go to therapy and parenting classes. My daughter was quiet. Then, do you think she'll get better? I don't know, honey. I hope so. For Leah's sake. We drove home in silence. That night, my daughter asked if she could invite Leah over sometime during the summer. Her dad says they're staying in their new district, but it's only like 30 minutes away, and she seems lonely. Of course she can come over. Thanks, Mom. She paused. I'm glad you didn't just let everything go. With the principal and the testimony and stuff. I know it was a lot. You're worth it. Always. Summer came. Leah visited a few times. She and my daughter got along well without the pressure of school or Leah's mom's influence. They'd hang out in the backyard, watch movies, normal kid stuff. Leah was different than she'd been on that birthday trip. More relaxed. She laughed more. Actually engaged in conversations, instead of staring at her phone. One afternoon while they were swimming, Leah's dad and I sat on the deck with iced tea. She's doing so much better, he said. It's like watching her become who she was supposed to be all along. Have you heard from your ex? She writes letters from prison. Apologizing, making excuses, promising she'll change. I don't know if Leah will ever want to read them. Will you let her see her mom after she gets out? If Leah wants to, and if the therapist says she's ready. But it'll be supervised for a long time. Maybe forever. He took a sip of tea. I should have seen it sooner. The manipulation, the coaching. I was just working so much. And when I was home, she seemed like she was just being a protective mom. You can't blame yourself. She was good at hiding it. Yeah, but I still missed years of my daughter being turned into someone she's not. We sat in silence, watching our daughters splash in the pool. Just kids being kids. The way it should have been all along. Leah's mom got out of prison in October. I heard through the grapevine that she moved to another state, somewhere in the Midwest. Violated her probation within 2 months by trying to enroll Leah in a school there, claiming she had custody. She was arrested and sent back for another 3 months. When she got out the second time, she apparently decided to stay away. Sent Leah a letter saying it was best if they had space while she worked on herself. Leah's dad said Leah seemed relieved more than anything. She told her therapist that she loves her mom but doesn't miss her. And I think that's honest. My daughter graduated from middle school that year. Leah was at the ceremony with her dad. They sat a few rows behind us. After it was over, both girls came running up, diplomas in hand. "We're going to the same high school," my daughter announced. Leah grinned. "Dad bought a house in your district. We're moving this summer." I looked at Leah's dad. He shrugged. "Good schools, good people, fresh start. Plus," Leah added, "I already know some kids here. Makes it less scary." The girls ran off to take pictures with their friends. Leah's dad and I stood there watching. "She talks about that birthday trip sometimes," he said. "Says it was the day everything changed. The day her dad finally saw what was happening." I'm glad he did. Me too. High school started. My daughter and Leah ended up in different homerooms but had lunch together. They joined the same clubs, had sleepovers, normal teenage friendship stuff. Leah's mom violated probation a third time a year later, this time by contacting Leah's school, pretending to be a guardian and trying to get access to her records. She was sentenced to a year in prison, no suspension. Leah took the news quietly, told her dad she wasn't surprised, didn't want to talk about it. She focused on school, on friends, on being a kid. Her dad said the therapist was pleased with her progress, that she was learning to separate herself from her mom's actions. When Leah turned 14, we threw her a birthday party. Nothing big, just our family, her dad, and a few friends from school. We ordered pizza, watched movies, played board games. At one point, Leah pulled me aside. "Thank you for letting me be friends with Chloe. I know after everything that happened, you could have said no. You were never the problem, Leah. You know that, right?" She nodded, but her eyes were wet. "I just wish I'd been braver back then. Stood up to my mom sooner. You were 11. That wasn't your job." "I know. My therapist says the same thing, but it still feels bad sometimes. That's normal. Give yourself grace." She hugged me, tight, then went back to the party like nothing happened. My daughter caught my eye across the room and smiled. Mouthed, "Thank you." I mouthed back, "Always." That was 3 years ago now. Leah's mom got out of prison last month. She moved to Oregon, about as far from us as she could get, while staying in the continental US. Sent Leah a letter with a return address and phone number. Said she understood if Leah never wanted to contact her, but she'd be there if Leah changed her mind. Leah hasn't called, hasn't written back. She told her dad maybe someday, but not now. Maybe not ever. She's 17 now, looking at colleges. My daughter too. They're talking about being roommates if they end up at the same school. Leah's dad jokes that he's not ready to be an empty nester. Says the house will be too quiet without teenage girls laughing at TikToks at 2 a.m. I get it. My house will feel the same. Last week, we all went to dinner together, the 4 of us. Celebrating nothing in particular, just being together. Leah looked across the table at me. "Can I ask you something?" "Sure." "Do you ever regret not just taking me home that day? Like, would it have been easier if you'd just done what my mom wanted?" I thought about it. Really thought about it. "No," I said finally. "Because if I had, your dad might never have looked at your phone, might never have found those messages, and you might still be trapped in that cycle." She nodded slowly. "That's what my therapist says too. That sometimes the thing that feels hardest in the moment is actually the thing that saves you." "Your therapist is smart. She's okay," Leah grinned. Little bit of a know-it-all. Everyone laughed. Normal dinner conversation. Normal families. My daughter applied to 7 colleges. Got into 5. Leah applied to 6. Got into 4. 3 overlapped. They're still deciding. Still weighing options. Still being teenagers who think they have forever to figure it out. But they do it together. Best friends who survived something that could have destroyed a friendship before it even really began. Sometimes I think about that birthday trip, about Leah sitting on the train staring at her phone, about the complaints that came after, about how close we came to me being the one blamed for everything. And I'm grateful. Grateful for Leah's dad's courage, for Principal Davidson taking it seriously, for the other families who came forward, for the justice system actually working the way it's supposed to. But mostly, I'm grateful that 2 kids got a chance to just be kids, to be friends without manipulation or coaching or hidden agendas. That's what I think about when I see them together now, laughing at some inside joke, planning their futures, being the teenagers they should have been all along. Leah's mom is out there somewhere, hopefully getting the help she needs. Maybe she'll change, maybe she won't, but that's not our story anymore. Our story is about resilience, about speaking up when something's wrong, about protecting your kid without destroying someone else's, about doing the right thing even when it's hard, and about birthday trips that change everything, sometimes in ways you never expected. My daughter graduates high school in 2 months. We're doing the whole thing. Cap and gown, party with family, dinner at that Italian place she loves. She asked if Leah and her dad could come. "Of course," I said. "They're family now." And they are. Not by blood, but by survival. By showing up. By choosing each other despite everything that tried to tear them apart. That's what matters in the end. Not the drama or the court cases or the investigation. Just people being good to each other when it counts. My phone buzzes. Text from Leah's dad. "Leah wants to know if you guys want to come to her graduation party." It's the same weekend as Chloe's. I text back, we'll be there. Wouldn't miss it. Because that's what families do. The ones we choose, the ones we fight for, they show up. The graduation parties happened on the same Saturday in June. We did Chloe's in the afternoon, Leah's in the evening. Both backyard barbecues with the same group of people flowing between them. My mom flew in for the weekend. She pulled me aside while the kids were taking photos together. You remember that birthday trip? She asked. How could I forget? I was so angry that day. At Leah's mom for putting you in that position. At the situation. But now look at them. Chloe and Leah were laughing, arms around each other, posing with their diplomas. Just two best friends celebrating together. Sometimes the worst days lead to the best outcomes, Mom said. Sometimes. The summer before college was busy. Both girls worked part-time jobs, saved money, shopped for dorm supplies. They decided on different schools ultimately. Close enough to visit, far enough to have their own experiences. Leah's dad seemed okay with it. She needs to know she can stand on her own, he said. Without me, without Chloe, just her. That's healthy, I said. Therapy's doing wonders, he laughed. For both of us. Move-in day came in August. We helped Chloe get settled into her dorm. Leah's college was the following week. They video called that first night, both crying about being on their own. By October, they'd both adjusted. Chloe joined an environmental club. Leah was trying out for the debate team. They texted constantly but were building separate lives, which was exactly what they needed. Thanksgiving break, both girls came home. We did dinner at our house, Leah and her dad included. Turkey, stuffing, the works. This is my first real Thanksgiving, Leah said quietly during dessert. What do you mean? My daughter asked. My mom always made it stressful, like everything had to be perfect or she'd have a meltdown. This is the first one that actually feels like a holiday. Leah's dad squeezed her hand. We're making new traditions. Good traditions, Leah said. Winter break. Chloe came home with a boyfriend. Nice kid, architecture major, talked too much about building codes but seemed genuine. Leah came home single and happy about it. I'm focusing on myself right now, she told me when I asked. Figuring out who I am without someone else's expectations. That's incredibly mature. Yeah, well, therapy. She smiled. Turns out it actually works if you do the work. Spring semester. Leah's mom reached out again. Email this time instead of a letter. Said she'd been in therapy herself, working through her issues. Wanted to rebuild their relationship if Leah was open to it. Leah showed the email to her dad and her therapist. They discussed it for weeks. What do you think I should do? She asked me one afternoon when she was visiting during spring break. I think you should do whatever feels right for you, not what anyone else thinks you should do. But what if I want to try and it goes badly? Then you'll know you tried, and you can walk away with a clear conscience. She thought about it for a long time, finally responded to her mom's email with conditions. Supervised meetings only, with her therapist present. No promises about the future. Her mom agreed. The first meeting happened in May. Leah's therapist's office. 1 hour. Leah's dad waited in the parking lot. Afterward, Leah came out looking drained. She apologized, said all the right things, but I don't know if I believe her. Trust takes time to rebuild, her dad said. If she's serious, she'll understand that. They met 3 more times before summer. Always supervised, always brief. Leah's mom followed the rules. Didn't push, didn't make demands. She's trying, Leah admitted. I can see she's trying, but I'm not ready for more than this. That's okay, her therapist said. You get to set the pace. Summer came again. Both girls home from college. Leah got an internship at a law firm doing administrative work. Chloe worked at a summer camp teaching environmental science to kids. We had a barbecue for the 4th of July. Leah brought her dad. They'd both gotten tanned from spending weekends hiking together. We're doing a trip to Yellowstone next month, Leah said. Just the 2 of us, camping and everything. Your mom would have hated that, her dad said, then paused. Sorry, shouldn't bring her up. It's okay, Leah said. She would have hated it. Which is kind of why I want to do it. Taking back experiences she made miserable before. They went to Yellowstone, posted pictures on Instagram. Leah looked genuinely happy in all of them. Comments from friends saying things like, "You look so free," and "Love this energy." When they got back, Leah told her therapist she was ready to try unsupervised visits with her mom. Short ones. Coffee in public places. The first unsupervised meeting happened at a Starbucks in September. 1 hour. Leah's dad, nearby but not present. It went okay. Not great, but okay. They talked about surface-level stuff. Leah's classes, her mom's job, the weather, safe topics. She wanted to know about Chloe. Leah told me later. If we were still friends. I said yes. She got quiet. What did you say? I told her that what happened on that birthday trip was probably the best thing that could have happened to me, because it led to Dad finding the messages. To me, getting help. To me, having an actual childhood. How did she take that? She cried. Said she had a lot of regrets. That she wished she could go back and do everything differently. Do you believe her? Leah shrugged. I think she believes it in the moment, but I don't know if she's actually changed or if she's just better at saying what people want to hear. Fair assessment. They continued meeting once a month. Always public, always brief. Leah kept her boundaries firm. By Thanksgiving of their sophomore year, Leah had decided not to spend the holiday with her mom. Came to our house again instead. She asked if we could do Thanksgiving together, Leah explained. But I'm not ready for that. Holidays are still complicated. You don't owe her anything you're not ready to give, Leah's dad said. I know, she said she understood, but I could tell she was disappointed. That's her work to do, not yours. Chloe came home from college with the same boyfriend, now discussing moving in together after graduation. Leah came home with a girlfriend this time, a nursing student named Paige she'd met in biology class. This is new, I said when Leah introduced her. Yeah, turns out I'm bi, or pan. Still figuring out the labels. Leah smiled. But Paige is great. She knows about everything. My mom, the whole situation. And she doesn't treat me like I'm broken. You're not broken, I said. I know, but it's nice being with someone who sees that without me having to convince them. They stayed together through junior year. Broke up amicably that summer when Paige got into a graduate program across the country. We tried long distance, Leah explained, but we both knew it wasn't going to work. We want different things. How are you handling it? Honestly, I'm okay. Sad, but okay. I think that's growth. That's definitely growth. Senior year of college hit different. Both girls stressed about graduation, job hunting, adult life. They leaned on each other, even though they were at different schools. Chloe broke up with her boyfriend in November. We grew apart, she said. It happens. Leah started seeing a guy from her sociology class in January. Not serious, she said. Just fun. They both graduated in May. Different weekends this time. We went to both ceremonies. Leah walked across the stage and her dad lost it, full on crying. She made it, he kept saying. She actually made it. She had. Bachelor's degree in psychology. Planning to get her master's in social work. Wanted to help kids in situations like hers. Full circle, her therapist said when Leah told her. You're taking your pain and turning it into purpose. Chloe got a job with an environmental nonprofit right out of college. Leah got accepted into a social work program at a state school 2 hours away. They'd both be living on their own. Real adults. Real lives. Remember when we were 12? Chloe said at Leah's going away party. How could I forget? Leah laughed. I never would have guessed we'd end up here. Best friends about to take on the world? Exactly that. They hugged. Long and tight. The kind of hug that says everything without words. Leah moved into her apartment in August. Small place, 1 bedroom, but hers. She sent photos to the group chat. Proud and nervous and excited all at once. First time living alone, she texted. Weird but good weird. Her mom asked if she could help with the move. Leah said no. Still not ready for that level of involvement. They were still meeting once a month. Still keeping it surface level. Leah's mom had been consistent for 3 years now. Showing up, following boundaries, doing the work. But Leah wasn't ready to forget. Or fully forgive. Maybe someday, she told her therapist. But not today. That's okay, her therapist said. Forgiveness isn't required for healing. Leah started her master's program in September. Intense course load. Field placement at a family services agency. Long hours but fulfilling work. I met a kid today who reminded me of myself. She texted one day. Mom used him to get back at his dad. Same patterns. What did you do? I texted back. I told him it wasn't his fault. That he didn't have to carry her choices. Same thing you told me. How did he take it? He cried. Then he smiled. First time I'd seen him smile since he got to the agency. You're doing important work. I hope so. Chloe visited Leah that October. They spent the weekend catching up. Leah showed her around the city. They went to museums and tried new restaurants and stayed up too late talking. I miss this, Chloe said. Just hanging out with you. Me too. Adult life is weird. So weird. They made a pact to visit each other more. To not let distance or busy schedules get in the way. We fought too hard to be friends, Leah said. I'm not losing that. Never, Chloe agreed. Thanksgiving that year, both girls came home again. Another dinner at our house. Another year of being grateful for each other. Leah's dad pulled me aside while the girls were laughing over dessert. Thank you, he said. For everything. For that birthday trip going exactly the way it did. For giving my daughter a friend who sees her for who she is. For being the kind of person who stands up even when it's hard. You did the hard part, I said. You chose your daughter over your wife. That took courage. So did what you did. Most people would have just brought Leah home. I'm not most people. He smiled. Thank God for that. Leah finished her master's program 2 years later. Got hired by the same family services agency where she'd done her placement. Full-time. Benefits. Helping families navigate trauma and crisis. Living the dream, she texted when she got the offer. So proud of you. I texted back. She asked if her mom could come to her graduation. The master's program won. Big milestone. What do you think? Leah asked me over coffee. I think you need to decide what feels right for you. I'm scared it'll ruin it. that she'll make it about her somehow. Then set expectations ahead of time. Tell her she's invited, but there are rules. Leah thought about it. Talked to her dad, talked to her therapist, finally invited her mom with clear boundaries. You can come to the ceremony. You cannot make a scene. You cannot expect anything beyond being there. Her mom agreed. Graduation day came. Leah walked across the stage. Her dad cheered. I cheered. Chloe cheered. And in the back row, Leah's mom sat quietly, watching, crying, but she followed the rules. After the ceremony, Leah hugged her dad first, then me, then Chloe. Then, after a long pause, she hugged her mom, brief, awkward, but genuine. Thank you for coming, Leah said. I wouldn't have missed it, her mom replied. I know this doesn't fix everything, Leah continued. And I'm still not ready for more than this, but I wanted you here. Her mom nodded. I understand. Thank you for letting me be here at all. They didn't have dinner together after. Leah's mom left right after the ceremony, but it was a step. How do you feel? Her dad asked later. Weird, sad, relieved, all of it. Leah paused. But I think it was the right call. She was there for something important, and she didn't ruin it. That's progress. It is. 2 months later, Leah's mom violated probation for the 4th time. Tried to contact Leah's workplace claiming to be her emergency contact and asking for information about a case Leah was working. Leah was livid. Called her mom and told her they were done. No more meetings, no more chances. You had 5 years to prove you changed, Leah said over the phone. And the second I let you into something important, you tried to use it against me. We're done. Her mom tried to apologize, said it was a misunderstanding, that she was just worried about Leah. You violated my professional boundaries, Leah said. You could have gotten me fired over a case involving a kid who needs help, and you made it about you. She hung up, blocked her mom's number, told the agency to flag her mom as not authorized to receive any information. I'm done, she told me later. I gave her chance after chance. She can't help herself. I'm sorry, I said. I'm not. I tried. I really tried. But some people don't change. They just get better at hiding who they are. Her mom went back to prison for 6 months, got out and moved even further away. Wyoming this time. Sent a letter to Leah's dad's house. Didn't try to contact Leah directly. The letter apologized. Said she understood why Leah cut contact. That she hoped someday Leah would give her another chance. Leah read it once. Put it in a folder with all the other letters. Didn't respond. Maybe when I'm 40 I'll feel differently, she said. But right now, I'm good. She was good. Great job. Her own apartment. Dating a teacher she'd met through mutual friends. Building a life that was wholly hers. Chloe got engaged that year. To a woman she'd met at work. Someone who shared her passion for environmental justice. I didn't know you were into women, Leah said when Chloe announced it. Neither did I until I met Simone. Chloe laughed. Life's full of surprises. The wedding was planned for the following spring. Small ceremony. Close friends and family. Leah was maid of honor. Obviously, Chloe said. Who else would it be? Planning the wedding was chaos. Good chaos. Chloe and Simone wanted something meaningful but not traditional. Gardens. Natural flowers. No assigned seating. Leah helped with everything. Addressed invitations. Taste-tested cake. Calmed Chloe down when she got overwhelmed. You're really good at this, I told Leah one afternoon while we were folding programs. Years of therapy, she joked. I can handle emotional situations now. It's more than that. You're grounded. Solid. I had good examples. She looked at me. You taught me that standing up for yourself doesn't make you a bad person. That boundaries are healthy. All of that, you did the work yourself. Yeah, but I wouldn't have known where to start without you showing me what healthy looked like. The wedding was beautiful. Chloe and Simone exchanged vows under a flowering arbor. Everyone cried. Even Leah's dad, who joked he was turning into a softie. At the reception, Leah gave a toast. Talked about friendship, about surviving hard things together, about how that birthday trip years ago changed everything. I wasn't supposed to be friends with Chloe, Leah said. My mom tried to make sure of that. But Chloe's mom stood up for what was right, and Chloe chose to be my friend anyway. When she didn't have to. She raised her glass. To Chloe and Simone, may your marriage be full of the kind of love that chooses each other every day, even when it's hard. Everyone cheered. Chloe hugged Leah tight, whispered something that made Leah laugh through tears. After the wedding, life settled into a new rhythm. Chloe and Simone bought a small house. Leah got a promotion at work. My mom moved closer after she retired, wanted to be near family. Holidays became bigger. More people, more laughter, more tradition. Leah brought her boyfriend to Thanksgiving. Serious this time. They'd been together a year and were talking about moving in together. His name is Brooks, Leah introduced him. He teaches middle school science. Brave man, I said. Right? Leah laughed. I told him about everything. My mom, the whole situation. He didn't run. That's a good sign. Brooks fit right in. Nerdy in the best way. Patient. Kind. He and Leah's dad talked about hiking for an hour. He's good for her. Leah's dad told me later. Makes her laugh. Doesn't try to fix her. They moved in together the following spring. Got a dog. Named him Ranger. Very on brand for you two, Chloe teased. Leah and Brooks got engaged a year after that. Small proposal, he asked while they were hiking. Just them and Ranger. It was perfect, Leah told me. Nothing elaborate, just real. The wedding was planned for the next fall. They wanted outdoor ceremony. Woods if possible. Full circle, Leah said. Taking back the outdoors from my mom's terrible camping trips. Planning this wedding was different than Chloe's. Leah wanted her dad to walk her down the aisle. Wanted me to do a reading. Wanted Chloe as her maid of honor. What about your mom? Brooks asked once. No, Leah said simply. She's not part of this. Are you sure? It's a big day. I'm sure. She lost the right to be part of big days when she violated my boundaries at work. Some things you don't come back from. Brooks nodded. Didn't push. That's how she knew he was right for her. The wedding happened on a perfect October day. Leaves changing colors, crisp air, sun shining through the trees. Leah's dad walked her down the aisle. Proud. Emotional. His daughter who'd survived so much. Starting her own family. I did the reading. Poem about choosing love. About building something new from broken pieces. Chloe stood next to Leah. Best friends for over a decade now. Through everything. Brooks cried during the vows. Leah cried. Pretty much everyone cried. At the reception, Leah's dad gave a toast. Talked about how proud he was. How Leah had taken every hard thing life threw at her and turned it into strength. My daughter is the bravest person I know, he said. She fought for herself when she could have given up. She built a life that's authentic and beautiful. And she chose a partner who sees all of that and loves her more for it. He raised his glass. To Leah and Brooks, may your marriage be everything you both deserve. Later that night, Leah found me at one of the tables. I need to tell you something, she said. Okay? My mom sent a card. To my dad's house. Wedding card with money in it. What did you do? I donated the money to a child advocacy center. Sent her back a note saying I did. Thanked her for the contribution to a good cause in her name. How do you feel about that? Good, really good. She doesn't get to buy her way into my life, but something positive came from it anyway. That's mature of you. Yeah, well, Leah smiled. I had good teachers. She hugged me, then went back to her wedding, to her husband, to her dad and Chloe and all the people who'd shown up for her when it mattered. Life kept moving forward. Leah and Brooks bought a house. Chloe and Simone started talking about kids. My mom decided to take up pottery. Never too late to try new things, she said. Leah's career flourished. She became a supervisor at the agency, mentored new social workers, spoke at conferences about trauma-informed care. One of her talks went semi-viral online, about breaking cycles of abuse, about being the pattern breaker in your family. Comments flooded in, people sharing their own stories, thanking her for putting words to their experiences. I never thought my story would help other people, Leah told me. That's the thing about surviving, I said. You don't just do it for yourself. 3 years into their marriage, Leah got pregnant. Unplanned but welcome. We weren't trying, she told me, but we're excited. How do you feel about becoming a parent, given everything with your mom? Terrified, Leah admitted, but also determined. I know exactly what kind of parent I don't want to be, and I have examples of what good parents look like. She looked at me. You and my dad, you showed me what it means to actually protect your kid, to put them first. You're going to be a great mom. I hope so. The baby came in March. A girl. They named her Iris. Leah's dad became a grandfather. Completely smitten. Bought out half the baby store. I'm making up for lost time, he said. All those years I missed because I was working too much. You're here now, Leah said. That's what matters. Chloe and Simone had a baby 6 months later. Through IVF. A boy named River. Our kids are going to grow up together, Chloe said. Just like we wanted. They did. Iris and River had playdates. Their parents had wine nights after bedtime. 2 families built from friendship. On Iris's first birthday, Leah got a letter from her mom, congratulating her on the baby, saying she'd heard through mutual connections, asking if she could meet her granddaughter someday. Leah read it once, put it with all the others, didn't respond. Some doors stay closed, she told Brooks. And that's okay. You sure? Positive. Iris deserves grandparents who are healthy, who respect boundaries, who won't use her as a weapon. My dad is all of those things. That's enough. Iris grew up surrounded by love. Her parents, her grandfather, her honorary aunts Chloe and Simone, her cousin River, who was really just her parents' best friend's kid, but felt like family anyway. She heard stories about her mom's childhood, age-appropriate versions, about how Grandpa saved Mommy, about how Auntie Chloe's mom helped too. Your mom is brave, I told Iris when she was 4. We were making cookies together. She went through hard things and chose to be kind anyway. Like a superhero? Iris asked. Exactly like a superhero. Leah overheard from the other room, came in with tears in her eyes. Thank you, she mouthed to me. I just smiled. This was what it was all about. Breaking cycles, building better, Iris started kindergarten, made friends easily, brought home art projects and spelling tests and stories about recess. Normal kid stuff, the kind Leah never really got to have. "She's so happy," Leah said one afternoon watching Iris play in the backyard with River. "So unburdened." "That's what you gave her," Brooks said. "Freedom from your generational trauma." "We gave her that," Leah corrected. "All of us." She was right. It took a village. Her dad, Brooks, me and Chloe, Simone, everyone who showed up and chose to do better. When Iris was 7, she asked about her other grandmother. "Where is she?" Iris asked at dinner. Leah and Brooks exchanged a look. They'd known this day would come. "She's not in our lives anymore," Leah said carefully. "She made some choices that weren't healthy. For me or for our family. Is she mean? She has problems she needs to work on. But that's her journey, not ours. Do I have to meet her? No, baby. You never have to meet anyone you don't want to meet." Iris seemed satisfied with that. Went back to her chicken nuggets. Just another question answered. Leah's mom tried reaching out again when Iris turned 8. Email this time. Said she'd been in therapy for years now. Actually working on herself. Would respect any boundaries but hoped to meet her granddaughter someday. Leah showed the email to her therapist. To Brooks? To her dad? To me? "What does your gut say?" her therapist asked. "That I want to believe her, but I don't trust it. That's fair. Part of me wonders if I'm being too harsh, if I should give her another chance. And the other part knows that she's had multiple chances and blown every single one." Leah didn't respond to the email, but she didn't block her mom either. Left the door cracked. Maybe someday, but not today. Iris grew into a confident, happy kid. Loved school, loved soccer, loved her family, never felt the absence of a grandmother she'd never met, had everything she needed in the people who showed up. By the time Iris was 10, Leah had written a book about her experience, about breaking cycles, about what it means to survive and build something new. It got published by a small press. Didn't become a bestseller but helped a lot of people. Reviews talked about Leah's honesty, her refusal to sugarcoat or make villains and heroes, just real people making real choices. One reviewer wrote, "This is a story about accountability, about choosing yourself even when it's hard, about finding family in unexpected places." Leah kept that review, framed it in her office. "This is why I do what I do," she said. "Not everyone gets a happy ending, but everyone deserves to try." On the 15th anniversary of that birthday trip, Chloe and Leah got together for coffee. Just the two of them. "Remember when we were 12? Chloe asked. "How could I forget? Did you ever think we'd end up here? With kids and careers and actual adult lives?" "Honestly, no. I thought I'd be trapped forever. In my mom's patterns, her manipulation. But you're not." "But I'm not," Leah smiled. "Because your mom didn't back down. Because my dad found those messages. Because you chose to be my friend, even after everything. You made it easy." "I really didn't. I was a mess." "You were 11 and being used by your mom. That's different than being a mess." They sat in comfortable silence. Two women who'd survived something hard and come out stronger. "You think your mom will ever actually change?" Chloe asked. "I don't know. Maybe. But it doesn't matter anymore. I'm not waiting around to find out." "That's growth. That's therapy," Leah laughed. They finished their coffee, hugged goodbye, made plans to get together next month. Life wasn't perfect. There were hard days and stress and normal family chaos, but it was real, honest, built on actual love instead of manipulation. And that made all the difference. Leah's mom reached out one more time when Iris turned 12. Iris's birthday. Same age Leah had been during that birthday trip. The message was simple. "I know I don't deserve to be part of her life, but I wanted you to know I'm thinking of her today. And you. I'm sorry for everything. I hope you're both well." Leah read it, sat with it for a few days, then responded, "Thank you for respecting our boundaries. I hope you're getting the help you need. We're doing well. That's all I can offer right now." Her mom wrote back, "That's more than I deserve. Thank you." They didn't have a relationship, didn't suddenly reconcile, but there was peace, the kind that comes from closure. "How do you feel?" Brooks asked after. "Lighter. Like I finally put down something I didn't realize I was still carrying." "That's good." "It is." Iris's 12th birthday party was nothing like that trip to the city. Home party. Pizza and cake. Her friends playing games in the backyard. Simply. Happy. No drama. Leah watched her daughter laugh with her friends and felt grateful. For all of it. The hard parts that led to good parts. The people who showed up. The choice to break the cycle. "Thank you," she whispered to me during the party. "For what?" "For that birthday trip. For not backing down. For everything that came after. You don't have to thank me." "I do, though. You could have just brought me home that day. Avoided all the conflict. But you didn't. And it changed everything." "You're welcome," I said finally. "But you did the real work. All I did was not enable someone's bad behavior. That's more than most people do." She was right. And that was enough. 20 years after that birthday trip, Chloe and Leah were still best friends. Their kids were teenagers now. Their lives were full and complicated and beautiful. Leah's career had taken her places she never imagined. Speaking engagements, policy work, actually changing systems to protect kids like she'd been. Chloe was running her own environmental nonprofit, making real change in conservation policy. Both women had built lives they were proud of. "You ever think about how different things could have been?" Chloe asked one afternoon. They were watching their kids play soccer together. "All the time," Leah said. "If your mom had just brought me home that day, if my dad hadn't found those messages, if everything had stayed buried, you'd probably be like your mom. Maybe. Or maybe I'd have figured it out eventually. But it would have taken longer. And I might have hurt people along the way. You didn't, though. Because I had help, people who stood up for me, who showed me what healthy looked like." They watched their kids in comfortable silence. Two lives that almost didn't intersect, that almost went completely different directions, but didn't. Because sometimes one moment, one choice, one person refusing to back down, changes everything. And this was one of those times. Years kept passing. Iris graduated high school, got accepted to her top choice college for social work, following in her mom's footsteps but making it her own. "I want to work with teens," Iris told Leah. "Help them navigate family trauma. Be the person you needed when you were my age." Leah cried. Happy tears. Proud tears. "You're going to be amazing at it." I had a good example. River went into environmental science, just like Chloe and Simone. The next generation carrying forward the work. Leah's dad got sick when he was 72. Cancer. Aggressive. The doctors gave him maybe a year. He took it with grace. I got to see my daughter thrive. Got to know my granddaughter. Got to watch Leah build a life I never imagined possible. That's enough. Leah spent every spare moment with him. Brought Iris. They talked about everything. Old memories. Regrets. Joy. "I'm sorry I didn't see what your mother was doing sooner," he said one afternoon. "Dad, we've been over this. You saved me when it mattered. I should have seen it earlier. Maybe. But you saw it eventually. And you chose me. That's what matters." He held her hand. "You turned out better than I ever hoped. Despite everything. Because of you. And because of you. Because you did the work." He passed 3 months later. Peacefully. At home. Surrounded by family. The funeral was big. Co-workers from his decades at the engineering firm. Friends from his hiking groups. People Leah had never met who told her stories about her dad she'd never heard. "He talked about you all the time," one man said. "About how proud he was. How you'd overcome so much. He was proud of everyone," Leah said. "No, it was different with you. Special. Like you were his biggest accomplishment." Leah cried through the whole funeral. Gave a eulogy about courage. About fathers who choose their children over comfort. About the man who saved her life by finally seeing the truth. Afterward, cleaning out his house, she found boxes of letters. From her mom. Dozens of them over the years. All unopened. "He never read them?" Brooks asked. He knew opening them would just bring more chaos. So he kept them, just in case. But never looked. Leah sat in her dad's living room, surrounded by unopened letters from her mother. Letters that might contain apologies, or excuses, or more manipulation. She didn't open them either. Threw them all away. Some things were better left buried. Her mom reached out when she heard about her ex-husband's death. Email offering condolences. Asking if Leah needed anything. Leah blocked the email. She'd made her peace. Didn't need or want her mother's conditional sympathy. Iris came home from college that summer. Helped Leah sort through Grandpa's things. Found photo albums. Old report cards. Ticket stubs from that one trip to Yellowstone. "He kept everything about you," Iris said. "Going through a box?" "He did. I wish I'd known him longer." "Me too, baby. Me too." They donated most of his clothes. Kept the hiking gear for Iris. Kept his tools for Brooks. Kept the photos and memories. Sold his house. Used the money to set up a scholarship fund for kids pursuing social work degrees. Named it after him. "Dad would have loved this," Leah said at the first scholarship ceremony. 5 kids received money for college. All from families dealing with trauma. All determined to break cycles. "This is his legacy," Leah told the recipients. "He believed in second chances. In doing the hard thing because it's right. I hope you carry that forward." They did. Every year more kids got scholarships. More people broke free from bad situations. Leah's work expanded. She started consulting for CPS agencies, training caseworkers on recognizing parental manipulation, on protecting kids like she'd been. "You're basically famous in child welfare circles now," Chloe joked. "Not famous, just vocal." Same thing. It wasn't. But Leah's voice mattered. When she spoke at conferences, people listened. When she wrote articles, they got shared. When she trained new workers, they remembered. One training session, a young caseworker approached her after. "My mom was like yours," the woman said quietly. "Used me to manipulate my dad. Coached me to lie. I got out, but it took years. I'm sorry. Don't be. Your book helped me process it. Helped me realize I could work in this field without being my mom. You're doing the thing we needed someone to do for us." Exactly. That's what it was about. Breaking cycles. Being the person you needed. Iris graduated college with honors. Got hired by a teen crisis center in the city. 60 hours a week. Emotionally draining. Fulfilling beyond measure. I met a girl today, Iris told Leah over the phone. 15. Mom's been using her to stalk her ex, making her report back on everything she sees. What did you do? I told her it wasn't her job to manage her mom's emotions, that she could say no, that it wasn't love, it was manipulation. How'd she take it? She cried. Then she asked how I knew. So I told her. About you and Grandpa and Grandma. About that birthday trip. How much did you tell her? Enough. She needed to know it's possible to survive this. That other people understand. You're doing good work, baby. I learned from the best. Leah's mom reached out again when she turned 65. A letter this time. Handwritten. Long. Detailed apology for everything. Explanation of years of therapy. Acceptance that she'd never have a relationship with Leah or Iris. But can you tell Iris that her grandmother loves her? Even from a distance? Even though I don't deserve to? Leah read it twice. Put it in a drawer. Didn't throw it away this time. But didn't respond either. Are you going to tell Iris? Brooks asked. I don't know. Maybe when she's older. Maybe never. It's your call. I know. That's the scary part. She eventually decided to keep the letter. For Iris. In case she ever wanted to know. But it would be Iris's choice when and if to read it. I'm giving her the choice I never had, Leah said. Agency over her own story. That's good parenting. That's what I'm aiming for. 25 years after that birthday trip, there was a reunion. Chloe's idea. Everyone who'd been part of the story. Me, my mom, the two other friends from the original trip, Janet, and the moms, who documented Leah's mom's pattern, Leah's dad's parents, still alive and proud of their granddaughter. They gathered at my house. Afternoon barbecue. Nothing fancy. Stories were told. Memories shared. Iris and River heard the full version for the first time. How a birthday trip turned into a court case turned into lives changed. You guys really went through all that? River asked. We did, Chloe confirmed. Over a birthday party? Over an 11-year-old being used as a weapon, Leah corrected. That's what it was really about. The kids listened, processed, understood why their parents were the way they were, why boundaries mattered so much, why they'd been raised with such intentional awareness. You broke the cycle, Iris said to Leah later. Like, really broke it. We all did. Together. But you had the hardest job. Maybe. But I had help. That was the truth. No one does it alone. Healing isn't solitary. Change takes community. The reunion became an annual thing. Different people each year. But always coming back to that core truth. That one choice to not back down changed multiple lives. Janet brought updates about Leah's mom's other victims. Most had moved on, built good lives. Some were still struggling but making progress. She left a trail of damage, Janet said. But the damage didn't have to be permanent. Did she ever actually change? Someone asked. I don't know, Leah answered honestly. I hope so, for her sake. But it doesn't matter to my life anymore. That's growth. That's therapy. Leah laughed. Same joke she'd been making for decades. Her mom died when Leah was 48. Heart attack? Sudden. Leah got the call from a lawyer handling the estate. There wasn't much. Small life insurance policy. Some personal effects. The lawyer asked if Leah wanted any of it. Donate the money to a women's shelter, Leah said. And the belongings. I don't need anything. Are you sure? Positive. She didn't go to the funeral. Didn't send flowers. Just let it be. Brooks asked if she wanted to talk about it. I'm okay, Leah said. Really? I made my peace years ago. This doesn't change anything. And it didn't. Life went on. Work continued. Iris thrived in her career. The scholarship fund kept growing. Leah spoke at a conference a month after her mother died. About generational trauma. About breaking cycles. About what it means to truly heal. Someone asked during Q&A, do you ever regret not reconciling with your mother? Leah thought about it. Really thought. No, she said finally. Reconciliation requires two people doing the work. I did mine. She didn't do hers. Not really. Not in a way that felt safe. So no, I don't regret protecting myself and my family. Applause filled the room. Other people who'd made similar choices, who needed permission to prioritize their own healing over family expectations. That night, Leah called me. Thank you, she said. For what? For everything. For that day 25 years ago. For not backing down. For showing me what standing up for yourself looks like. You've thanked me a dozen times. I'll thank you a dozen more. You changed my life. You changed your own life. All I did was not enable someone's manipulation. That was enough. That was everything. We talked for an hour. Catching up. Reminiscing. Planning the next reunion. Normal stuff. The way life should be. Iris got married when she was 30. To a therapist named Cole she'd met at work. Good person. Understood the weight of the work they both did. Leah helped plan the wedding. Simple ceremony. Woods. Natural beauty. Just like hers had been. Full circle. Iris said. Almost, Leah replied. Almost? Your circle is whole. Mine had broken pieces. You don't have that. Because you did the work. Because we all did. The wedding was perfect. Small. Meaningful. Everyone who mattered was there. Chloe gave a toast. About friendship. About family you choose. About two kids who grew up together because their moms refused to let bad things win. Iris is named after a flower that grows in difficult conditions, Chloe said. And that's exactly who she is. Someone who blooms despite challenges. Someone who turns pain into purpose. She raised her glass. To Iris and Cole, may your love be as resilient as the flower you're named for. Everyone cheered. Iris cried happy tears. Leah sat in the back and felt grateful for all of it. Later that night, Iris found Leah sitting alone. You okay, Mom? Yeah, baby, just thinking. About how different your life is from mine at your age. How you get to just be happy without all the other stuff. That's because of you. That's because of a lot of people. Iris sat down next to her. I read Grandma's letter, the one from when she was 65. Leah's heart stopped. When? Last year. I found it when I was looking for something in your desk. I hope that's okay. Of course. It was meant for you anyway. Do you think she really changed? I don't know. Maybe. But even if she did, it doesn't erase what she did before. I know. I just wondered sometimes what she was like, if I got anything from her. You got your stubbornness, your determination, but you use it for good. That's all you. It's all of us, Leah said. Every person who showed up and chose to do better. They sat together watching the sunset, mother and daughter, both free from cycles that could have destroyed them, both choosing differently. Iris and Cole had a baby 2 years later, a boy, named him after Leah's dad. We want to keep his memory alive, Iris said. The man who saved you. Leah held her grandson for the first time and felt complete. This child would never know manipulation, would never be used as a weapon, would just be loved, fully, unconditionally. Hi, baby, she whispered. You have no idea how many people fought for you to have a good life. The baby yawned, unimpressed. Just a baby who wanted to sleep. Perfect. Time kept moving. Leah retired from active casework, but stayed involved in training and consulting. Wrote a second book, then a third, all about breaking cycles and healing trauma. Chloe and Simone became grandparents when River and his wife had twins. Double the chaos, double the joy. The families stayed close. Decades of friendship, of showing up, of choosing each other. On the 30th anniversary of that birthday trip, they gathered again. Bigger group now, partners, kids, grandkids, 3 generations shaped by one moment. Should we tell the story? Someone asked. They've heard it a million times, Chloe said. Tell it again, Iris's son asked. He was 5 now, old enough to understand the basics. So they told it. The birthday trip, the complaint, the messages, the trial, the healing that came after. The kids listened with wide eyes. Their grandmother had been brave. Their great-grandmother had stood up for what was right. Their family had been built on people refusing to back down. So what happened to the mean grandma? Iris's son asked. Everyone looked at Leah. She'd been waiting for this question from one of the grandkids eventually. She lived her life, Leah said carefully. Made some changes. But we didn't have a relationship, and that was okay. Why? Because sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is protect yourself from people who hurt you, even if they're family. Did she say sorry? She did, many times. But you didn't forgive her? I forgave her for me, so I could move on. But forgiveness doesn't mean letting someone back in your life. The kid thought about this. Okay, that makes sense. Simple as that. A 5-year-old understanding what took Leah decades to learn. That night, after everyone left, Leah and Chloe sat on the porch. 30 years, Chloe said. 30 years, Leah echoed. You ever think about what would have happened if my mom had just brought you home that day? All the time. Different life entirely. Better or worse? Leah thought about her career, her family, her grandson, all the kids she'd helped over the years. Impossible to say, but I like this life. I'm proud of this life. Me too. They sat in comfortable silence. 2 women in their 50s, best friends since 12, survivors, thrivers, proof that healing is possible. Should we make a pact? Chloe asked. What kind of pact? That we'll keep telling the story, to whoever needs to hear it, that we won't let it be forgotten. Deal. They shook on it. A promise to keep speaking truth, keep breaking cycles, keep showing people that hard things don't have to be forever. Leah kept that promise. Spoke at schools, at conferences, at therapy workshops, told the story of that birthday trip and everything that came after. Some people heard it and saw themselves, saw their own manipulative parents, their own need to stand up. Others heard it and saw hope. That change is possible, that you can build something new. Every time she told it, someone approached her after. That was my childhood. That's my family. I needed to hear this. That's why she kept telling it. Because stories have power. Because people need to know they're not alone. Iris kept the work going too. Running groups for teens with manipulative parents. teaching them boundaries, giving them tools Leah never had. "You're changing more lives than you know," Leah told her. "I learned from the best. You're making it better than I did. I had a better foundation." That was true. Each generation building on the last, making it a little bit better, a little bit healthier. Leah lived to see her grandson graduate high school, go to college, start his own life. She died peacefully at 78, surrounded by family, a life well lived, a cycle broken, a legacy secured. At her funeral, Iris told the story one more time. The birthday trip, the courage it took, the lives it changed. "My mother taught me that standing up for yourself isn't selfish," Iris said, "that protecting your peace isn't cruel, that you can honor your past without being enslaved to it." She looked at her own son in the front row, at River's grandkids, at all the people who'd been shaped by Leah's courage. She broke a cycle that had probably been going on for generations, and because she did, all of us get to live differently. Iris paused, gathered herself. "So when you remember my mother, remember this. She was scared. She was hurt. She was manipulated. But she chose to heal anyway. She chose to do better. She chose to break the pattern. And that choice changed everything." The funeral ended. People shared memories, celebrated a life of purpose. And somewhere, a 12-year-old girl was struggling with a manipulative parent. A caseworker remembered Leah's training and saw the signs, intervened, changed that kid's trajectory. The cycle broke again, and again, and again. Because that's what happens when one person stands up, when one moment matters, when one choice echoes forward. Leah's mother's legacy was manipulation and trauma. Leah's legacy was healing and hope. And generations down the line, people who'd never know her name would live freer because she'd done the hard work of breaking free first. That birthday trip 30 years ago. That moment when I refused to back down. That choice to prioritize my daughter's celebration over appeasing someone else's manipulation. It mattered. Not just for Leah, not just for my daughter, but for everyone who came after. Everyone who heard the story and saw themselves. Everyone who learned that standing up is possible.